we're going to just start to focus on our inner love. So loving ourselves from inside. So we're going to start in easy pose, and we're going to just come into a bit of a twist on a pose called Gomukhasana, which is cow face pose. Normally we'd do this with our arms behind our backs and we'd cross the legs in a really weird position. But today we're just going to sit in easy pose and we're going to concentrate on the arms, concentrating on the shoulders and opening out this clavicle area here to bring some nice nurturing area to our heart chakra. So bringing your hands down onto your knees, palms facing down. Let's just tilt the chin to the chest for a moment and then notice how it feels in the back of your neck, in your shoulder, and settle in. Just let the breath be steady and even. Notice how you feel today. Notice where you've got any niggles, any tension, or is there something bothering you? Maybe just make that your focus today as you turn inwards, looking at how you can nurture yourself, love yourself. Maybe just let circumstance or other people just go away for this session that we're in as we focus on our own inner love. So bring the head up and then just extend the arms out in front of you, and we're going to take the right arm over the left. So take the right arm over, bending at the elbows, and then you're going to come back through. So what you're trying to aim for here is palms together, and if that's not accessible, then grab onto a wrist or your thumb. You just need some form of contact with your hands. And then we're going to concentrate really on the elbows. So don't worry too much about these hands, how they are, whether you're just grabbing onto your right thumb. We're going to be looking at the elbows. So drawing those elbows up in line with your shoulders, and notice how that feels. It's extremely tight for me on the back of my shoulder blades. So what we're going to do here, once we're here, is breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe in, see if you can just lift the elbows up slightly. And when you breathe out, see if you can take your attention to those back ribs. So you're opening up the back ribs, feeling all that beautiful energy coming up through the muscles. And remember, the heart has the back of the heart. We often just think of the heart in the front of our chest, but we can gain access to our heart from the back body too. So breathing in and breathing out. Let's do 2 more breaths and close the eyes. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, inhale and exhale the breath. Unwind the arms, take the palms down onto your legs, and just take some nice shoulder rolls back and then forward, and notice how you feel. Maybe just moving from side to side, so swinging the arms one way and the other way before we do the other side. Alright, so come back to center, bring those arms up, shoulder height again, taking that left hand over the right where they join at the elbows, and then bending your elbows and grabbing your thumb or your hand on your left hand with your right. Once you've got your bind, take a nice inhale Lift those elbows up in line with your shoulders and breathe here. So you're here for, let's do 8 breaths. I'm sure it was about 8 on the other side in total. So I'll leave you to do your 8 breaths, breathing in and breathing out. So you've got 7 more. And one more, inhale and breathing out, letting it go, unwinding the arms, plant the palms down onto the knees and just start to circle the shoulders, coming back and then forward, and then just moving from side to side, moving the arms, just getting a nice stretch in that upper back. So now we're going to come on to puppy pose. So you can use blocks. I'm going to use 2 blocks for my arms today. So if you've got your blocks handy, bring them at the front of your yoga mat. So you're going to want your blocks just at the top of your yoga mat. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring our forearms down onto the blocks so that the wrists just dangle. Then taking the legs further back, so knees in line with your elbows. And then you're going to come forward and back. So just come forward and back. So just start as we build up into this posture just to get a bit of movement going, and you'll start to feel a nice release underneath the arms. So fingertips on the ground, and you're just moving your hips backwards and forwards as your elbows really ground down into the blocks. And then we're going to come into our puppy pose. So bring yourself back so your head will be in between your elbows. And then let the head hang and lift the booty up. So you should start to feel a really nice opening in your back body and also in your front body. So your hips come up. Elbows pressing, just let those elbows be completely relaxed into the bricks. Your head is relaxed. And you're going to be here for 6 more breaths. So breathing in and exhale. 5 more. A final inhale and exhale. And then just be mindful and slowly just start to lift your head and draw yourself forward. And then moving your hands, bring your hands onto the blocks, and then just bring yourself all the way back into child's pose. Just keep your palms on the blocks and let your head hang. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Just noticing where you felt that opening. What area of your body felt tight? What do you feel has let go of today in this practice so far? So just try and control the breath as we come all the way up. So bring your hands all the way up towards your knees, and then just bring your legs together and come sit on your knees with your hands down on your knees, chin to chest. And just take a couple of breaths here and just notice how that feels. Notice any tingling sensation in the body. It's a really deep stretch, that pose. Alright, so we're going to come into a low lunge with options. So ideally you will have your blocks. So let's just take the blocks to the right side of the mat and bring your left foot forward. So coming forward and back. So let's just bring that foot in the central line of our mat, plant the palms or the fingertips, and coming forward and back. If you can't get your fingertips to the mat, then use your blocks. So bringing your hands to the blocks gives you that extra space to allow you to come through. So we're just bringing some movement into the left glutes, the left leg and hip here. And then scooch that left foot forward and then come all the way forward. So you're really getting a really nice stretch in this back hip now, back right hip. Now you've got options here. You can stay here, settle in, drop the head. If you want more of a stretch, you can lift this back leg up and try and grab it with your right hand. Now one of the best ways to get into that, if you want to try it, is bring your foot back into the midline to give you some space. Then come onto your left hand, take your right knee up and push it back on the mat, and then start to bring yourself up, grab your foot, and then take your hand back down the mat. And then scoot that back knee back and scoot the left foot back. It takes a little bit of practice to get into, but if this isn't accessible for you today, then just stay here. So just staying here, maybe even trying to lift that leg off the mat slightly as you stay in your position. You may still want your blocks, so grab them and then maybe lifting your leg and using your blocks. And then wherever you are, let the head hang. So just start to see if you can really relax that head and breathe in and breathe out. Well done. Release that back leg if you've got it down. Remove your blocks and let's just move that left hip forward and back again in space before we do the other side. So take your left leg out to the left, bring both hands into the inside of your left leg now. Tuck the back toes and lift this back knee up. And then we'll just hop that back knee through into a forward fold. We're not going to be here very long. Let's take a micro bend in the knees and just open out those back ribs again. Seeing if you can feel any creaks or tension. And then we'll do the other side. So taking that left leg back behind you now, drop the knee, bringing the right foot further forward and into the middle of your mat. Relax the back foot down and then coming forward and back with your knee and your right hip. Again, if you need those blocks, grab them, giving yourself some more space. And then from here, try and see if you can lift that back leg up. You might be able to reach it, you might not, that's okay. And then drop the head. So really starting to bring energy into our lower body and especially our hips. Really starts to ignite our energy, ignite the fire that we need in our summer cycle. Couple of more breaths here. And then release the back leg down if you've got it there. Bringing that right hip back again, straighten the right knee, coming forward and back. So just a gentle move, just to bring energy in through from the bottom of the foot all the way up. And then if you've got your blocks, just remove them for a moment. Take that right foot back to the right side of your mat. Plant your hands, tuck the back toes, and then just slowly hop yourself all the way back to a forward fold. So take your legs slightly wider than the mat now, and take the back of your hands down in between your feet and let your head hang. If you need space, bend the legs more, bend the knees, or grab your blocks, popping them in between your legs, and take the backs of your hands on your blocks. And breathe. Two more breaths. In your next inhale, just bring your feet a little bit nearer in together now, hip width apart. Take your palms onto your shins and just press yourself up into a flat back. Straighten those legs, shoulders back. Tilt the head down so you're really looking down to the yoga mat. Press the booty out and draw yourself into that tabletop position. Slightly engage the belly if that feels comfortable to do so. Breathing in and breathing out. Two more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, inhale and exhale. Slide the hands down, bend the knees, and just sit yourself all the way back down onto your yoga mat. And we'll just come into a little bit of a boat pose just as we're here. Bringing those legs up, knees bent, palms coming forward, and you're just reaching forward with your fingers. Breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Breathing in and breathing out. Then cross the ankles and then just come all the way back forward onto your mat. Plant your palms, coming all the way forward and stepping your legs back into a plank pose. We're not going to be here for very long. Just take a nice big deep breath in as you press your toes into the mat, pushing those heels back. Get some energy in those legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Knees, chest and chin. Well done. So we're going to come into cobra pose now. So you've got options. Either taking your elbows onto the mat in line with your breastbone, bringing yourself up and letting your chin come towards your chest slightly with your gaze towards your fingers. And then we're not using the hands or the arms here to keep us up. The aim is to use your back. So you can stay here if you wish, or if you want more, take your hands towards your breastbone and then start to really ignite the legs now, because you're not going to be dumping down into the legs. So ignite the legs, big toes together, press yourself up and really start to draw the elbows in, using the muscles in your back to lift you up. Try not to engage your glutes, your buttocks. And then if it feels good, you can press more gently into the mat to lift you up and gaze up or gaze down. And let's everyone just come back down onto the mat, make a cushion with stacked hands, and just move the hips from side to side. So just wobbling backwards and forwards. And we'll do that again, whichever variation you wish to try. Bringing hands in line with breastbone if you're coming all the way up. Breathing in, elbows in, tilt the head. Couple of more breaths. Just really starting to waken up those back muscles. And release. Well done. Make a pillow with your hands and just slightly move your hips back and forward, back and forward. And then plant the palms either side of your face, tuck your toes and press yourself back up into plank, and then coming back into downward facing dog. Breathe here for a couple of breaths. Just enjoying this relaxation posture. And then take your knees down to the yoga mat. Bring your palms onto your knees or thighs. Close the eyes and just take a moment to notice how you feel. And then come up onto your knees, taking them hip width apart. So you're coming up, and we're going to come into my variation of camel pose. If you've practiced my earlier class with me, you'll know that camel pose makes me feel sick. So I do something a little different. So tuck those toes behind you, pressing into the toes. If you're able and you can, come into full camel pose. Or if you want to practice my variation with me, take your fingers behind you, interlace the fingers behind. Draw the fingers down your back so the thumbs are pressed into your buttocks, and then drawing the shoulders back and then taking your gaze up as far as you can without feeling sick. And I do like this pose. I do wish I could do full camel pose, but this helps still. Opening up the throat, the shoulders, and then bring the head back up and release. And then we'll do it again, but where the bind was, where your fingertips was underneath, swap that bind over. It can be a bit clumsy and complicated. So bringing your bind in that opposite way, drawing your thumbs down, shoulders come out and away from you. Remember to press your feet into the mat as you drop your head back. And just enjoy that lovely stretch in the neck. And bring the head up, release the arms and come back down onto your knees. Bring your knees in together and just let your hands just relax on your legs facing up. And just notice, can you feel that lovely tingling sensation moving through the body? And then from here we'll come into Shavasana. So grab any props that you might want, a blanket, a pillow, eye pillow, whatever you need. And what you might want to try today, which can be quite nice, is you might want to use a block for your head. So have a go and see if you like it. And then bring your blanket, any socks or anything else that you might want. And then if you're going to try the block, just pop it right underneath your head so your neck's kind of against the edge. And then when you're settled, take your arms away from you, palms facing up. Oh, give yourself a yawn. Give yourself a nice little thank you for showing up on the mat today. And really centering yourself and focusing on your heart chakra. So once you're here, going to be here for a few minutes, so listen to the music, settle in, and I just really want you to really unwind. And I'm not going to bring you out of this Shavasana today. You'll hear the little bells at the end ding. So I'll leave you here and let you really nurture this loving yourself practice. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the mat tomorrow. Namaste.